Welcome back to the channel again, everybody. This is Todd coming at you. I'm still on the front porch. Man, we've just been having just absolute chamber of commerce type weather of late, so I try to take advantage of it. I live in a part of town that's kind of known for its front porch sitting and community of front porch sitters that, you know, are out and about walking and, you know, pushing the kids in strollers and giving the dogs a little exercise and, hey, neighbor, you know, all that good stuff. Really enjoy it. It's a far cry from when I was up in South Carolina and I lived out in the middle of damn nowhere. I had one neighbor live back across the enormous, what used to be a cow pasture behind me. Man, that was my good friend Holger. He moved here from Germany. Super guy, a lot of fun, man. Really creative dude. He had an outdoor pizza oven, made some of the best damn pizza I ever ate. But really miss that place and all our friends there. But you know, things happen, things change. You know, you gotta go with the flow. So here we are back in our old hometown. And what do we have on tap this time, ladies and gentlemen? I know this may come as a surprise, but it's another IPA. But it's a big joint. I mean, holy mackerel, holy roller from Urban South. Look at the size of this thing. Urban South Brewing. They have a location in Houston, Texas, and New Orleans, Louisiana. One of my favorite places. I've been to Houston a couple times working. It's a nice enough city. Not a big reason for me to go back. But I'm only, you know, right at 2 hours from New Orleans, and got some friends there, so we go there fairly regular. This pig is a New England style IPA. Comes in a 19.2 fluid ounce can, and it is 6.3% alcohol by volume, if I remember correctly looking at the website. And look there, it says it right on the can. And it is a New England style. It's not just hazy or juicy. It's hazy and juicy. So, you know, that's how you know it's good, right? If it's hazy and juicy. And because it's in an enormous can, I broke out my enormous IPA glass. It's a Spiegel, I think is how you found it at a Goodwill store for, you know, $1.25. I was pretty happy about that. I'm a big fan of proper glassware. And look, I don't care what you drink. You know, I don't care if you're drinking a light American lager. I don't care if you're drinking stouts and porters. I don't care if you drink the same beer all the time. Don't care. Don't be a Neanderthal. Get a glass. It makes everything better. Beer is better from a glass. Good heavens to Murgatroyd. I tell you what, that's why you get these enormous glasses, so you can hold these enormous cans of beer. Now it is a hazy monster. I mean, you know, it's a pale orange color. Man, it smells nice. It's fruity, citrusy, and it's not your standard. You know, usually when you talk about these IPAs being citrusy and it's almost always really grapefruity. This is orangey. I can even pick up a little caramel in there from the malt. Cantaloupe. This is a pretty complex ale on the nose. Let me put my pinky out when I say silly things like that. This thing smells great. Now, you know me and IPAs, boys and girls. I go into these things with, you know, much caution. However, it is a New England style, and those are the ones, if I'm going to drink them, generally that's the ones I prefer. Is the hazy, Juicy's. I like to. There's just a little something else there that's not just, Cascades. So. Now, this is surprisingly thin and uneventful, which sometimes in the grander scheme of things is not bad. It is not overly bitter. This is not an over-the-top bitter IPA. This is a hazy, juicy, fruity animal. I'm not gonna, jump on the bandwagon here and say, oh yeah, man, this thing's great. But I am gonna say that it is rather pleasant, or it's far more pleasant than, some of the other ones I've done of late. I could sit down with this and you know what? I'm gonna finish this one. It's a big can. It's nice out. This is not something that I would turn my nose up at. I don't have, the world's most refined palate. I mean, let's be honest with each other. So, in this particular beer, it's difficult for me to pick out anything in particular because it is a little bit thin. 6.3%. I kind of expected a little something extra. I can pick up, orange, and oddly enough, I feel like there's some strawberry in there, but it's not. It's just not bitter. The hops bill, if I wasn't old and lazy, I'd look it up, but I feel like this thing's probably, a lot of floral and aromatic hops and that sort of thing, and not, just the bittering hops. Now, even on the finish, this thing is not particularly bitter at all. So if you're, I'll say this, if you're afraid of IPAs, or if you're new to them and you're trying to wet your feet a little bit, or this might be a good place to start. This is pretty friendly and approachable as far as IPAs go. So I'm not going to knock it, I'm going to sit here and finish this, big glass of freaking beer and see if it grows on me. I can't find, honestly, I just can't find anything negative to say about it. The thing is I can't find an awful lot of positive things to say about it either. So, and after the run I've had with some of the beers I've reviewed of late, that's a big plus. So, if you found this information helpful, like, subscribe, you know the drill. And here comes both my girls. My rescue girl and the one I married 30 years ago.
I was a rescue girl?
Well, I didn't marry this one 30 years ago, now did I? Okay. So anyway, like I said, like and subscribe, and please enjoy your adult malted beverages responsibly.